2K Sports broadcast booth this Saturday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, and it's the NBA. Maybe the upper hand in this one. The Oklahoma City Thunder won the last matchup of the season against the Cavaliers.
And it was so important for their bench to come in and play well in that game. I thought that was critical to the victory.
Well, they got contributions up and down the roster, and that's what you need. Everybody who stepped on the floor contributed.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Adams in the center position. Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
He was a factor defensively as well. He blocked 2 shots. I thought he changed several others. And a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
And LeBron asked who would be on his Mount Rushmore of NBA greats, Steve. He went with Larry. He went with Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson.
Well, you got to feel like he probably can sort of associate himself with the Big O. You know, the big body, the strength, the versatility. That's what Oscar was all about. That's what LeBron is all about. So nice to see LeBron's recognition of that era of the NBA.
Hard to argue with those selections. He also said he'd better be up there too, and I would agree with that.
Here's Adams. No luck. And Cleveland the other way now. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, you know, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be, kind of a mess all season, quite honestly. And Irving is still young and has a lot on his shoulders and maybe started to show some of the frustration with the expectations and demands that have been placed on him. But now, you know, as he continues to grow as a leader, having LeBron James there and some other veterans who've come in should really help smooth that out for the young.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Durant kicks to Westbrook. Here's Roberson. No good from outside. And for Irving, a chance to learn from the best player in the world. On winning more games, I think it'll help his development as a player and a leader, too.
That's guaranteed. Every chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the three-pointer by Kevin Love.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Roberson. Thunder trailing by 6. Irving again. Westbrook. Outside Durant. The feed now to Morrow. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go.
Boy, that is a tough shot.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Love outside. Launches it. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 9 points for Love.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Marion with the steal. And now it's Marion running. He can go in.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Plays like that are telling the story of this game for me so far, Clark. They cannot afford to hand over any more easy points like that.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Varejao. Jones comes in for LeBron. Waiters, he's checked in for Sean Marion. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Durant kicks to Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And how did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Jones checked in for Ibaka. Lamb comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Jackson in for Russell Westbrook. Love dishes to Jones. Lets the three fly. Again, the miss by Jones. Jackson passes to Morrow. He got it up. And it's he nails the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cleveland ahead, up by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
We got James Jones. And Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Waiters in the 2. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
And it's LeBron James with the rebound. And there's the rejection. And they get it back. Thompson against Jones. And Thompson kicks to Waiters. 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And that one's good. James.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, gentlemen, we all know the NBA has been adapting elements of the European game to its own game. It's a style that Cavs coach David Blatt is more than familiar with from his time abroad. Asked if he'd play LeBron at the stretch 4, he said, quote, "You'll see LeBron there. You'll see LeBron all over the floor just like he's used to playing. I don't have to change him. Guys, when you've got the best player in the world, it's certainly easier."
All right, thank you, Doris. And LeBron, accustomed to playing before, arguably now his best position. They get it back. Varejao. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Well, last season, Tristan Thompson made the decision to change his shooting hand, Clark. He went from shooting with his left to now shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I've not heard of anything quite like that before, but he improved his free throw shooting substantially as a result of the change, and he gets to the line fairly often, so I think that's a nice development. I love that young man's work ethic and what he brings to a team in terms of rebounding and physicality.
I think LeBron's going to like playing with him.
I agree.
Thunder trailing by 5. Here's Durant. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, LeBron said last season that he just couldn't see leaving the Heat. But I guess he came around. The championship foundation in Miami, but some cracks started to show, and now he's back in Cleveland.
Good on the second free throw. And for LeBron Clark, you think from a competitive standpoint, it might have made sense for him to leave Miami?
I don't know if it was driven by competitive reasons. Quite honestly, I mean, with the new luxury tax, it had gotten harder for the Heat to add talent to that superstar core. You know, on the Cavs side, LeBron can command the max and play with some younger. It went deeper than that. I think it really was about the pull of Northeastern Ohio being stronger than any other consideration for him and his family. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game. You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
No good from Lamb.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams comes in for Kendrick Perkins. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Here's Westbrook to halt the run. And it's good on the way in.
And that kind of power move has become a trademark for him.
Well, the Cavaliers largely underachieved last season. A big part of that was constantly dealing with distractions the entire season, it seemed.
Yeah, it certainly appeared that way. It was always something with players fighting in-house or items getting leaked to the media and causing things to get stirred up. It's very hard when those distractions are circulating for you to be effective.
Love check in for Cleveland. And with Cleveland, it was just a train of events that led to the bad environment between players getting into it with each other and saying they wanted out of Cleveland. Some players saying it was about their brand and nothing else. They did everything they could do to get things in order this summer and did a pretty good job at it.
On better footing now, for sure.
Here's Adams, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. James against Durant. James kicks to Irving. Lets it go. A three ball. Offensive rebound. The pass to Love. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Shot clock and game clock separate.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power. And
out to Irving. LeBron dishes to Irving. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and two shots coming up. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
Well, he shoots the ball with a lot of confidence from the line. Very comfortable there. 84% on the season.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
It's Westbrook with the drive. From 12 feet out. No good on the buzzer beater. And so that brings the first half to a close. Cavaliers lead by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Love has been a handful. 9 points and 1 rebound.
And is there an area of the floor where he hasn't scored from tonight?
I don't think so, Steve. I mean, 3s and 2s are both going down for him with regularity now.
So for Oklahoma City right now, and outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Roberson is up there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams and the 5 down low. And A chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen.
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, Doris. Thanks. Love kicks to Irving. And here's James outside. Thunder trailing by 8. Steven Adams from New Zealand, the first Kiwi Clark ever drafted in the first round.
And Kevin, he played rugby growing up. He says that it helped him prepare for the physicality of playing inside.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And one thing I like about Adams, and maybe it's the rugby background, he plays with so much aggression, but always keeps an even keel. He's the one who sort of initiates contact, and he becomes an irritant with his opponent, but he never retaliates, and that's real toughness.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Andre Robertson.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today. Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it. Boy, you look at Steven Adams, he's got an impressive frame. You forget that he's only 21 years old. So he's got room to grow and to get stronger, both when you consider skill development and his physicality. He could really be one of the most imposing big men in the league for a long time going forward. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's James. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense. Leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Thompson, he's checked in for Anderson Varejao.
So much has been made about whether this is Durant's team or Westbrook's team, but in reality, I think it's both of their teams. I mean, Durant does what he does. He's an elite scorer, as is Westbrook. They couldn't be the team they are, the Thunder, without both of those guys being excellent and leading the way they do.
And let's step aside from it to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. Russell Westbrook, #1. And, of course, Kyrie Irving. The Cavaliers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And you look at the numbers for this season, guys, from the free throw line, they're shooting 77%.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Passes it to Adams. And the basket good. Adams has got 6.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And it's Thompson with the jam. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Jones checked in for James. The Thunder also changing it up. Perkins, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Jones comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Durant. Puts up the baby hook. Perkins with the bucket. The Cavaliers leading by 6.
Oklahoma City, for 2 years running, the only team in the top 5 in the NBA in both offensive and defensive efficiency. Well, I want to tell you about this balanced elite basketball team.
And for the Thunder, remaining so consistent despite losing Harden, and then last without the outside shooter Kevin Martin.
Yeah, not to mention, Kevin, the injuries to Russell Westbrook. Give credit to the players and the coaching staff. Again, when you've got a culture of expectation and you've got talent and leadership from the sideline and from within the players, and you've got a chance to weather storms effectively, and clearly the Thunder did that.
It's Thompson off the drive. That's good. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Guys, this doesn't look like the same team defensively we saw in the first half. I mean, they're flat as day-old pop.
Here's Perkins, and he can't bank that one in. Irving passes to Jones. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Looking at the Cavaliers over the last 10 and how they compare to the rest of the league, this is what we've got. 3rd in field goal percentage, 6th in scoring. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
Well, to me, the name of the game is putting the ball in the basket when all is said and done. And you look at those shooting numbers that you just talked about, Clark, that makes this team really difficult to defend. They're getting smart offensive possessions time and time again. And when you get high percentage shots and you knock them down, you're going to be tough to beat.
Here's Love. Westbrook pulls it in. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And Cleveland making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Waiters. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Westbrook dishes to Adams. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. It's been a good one. Cleveland ahead, up by 7. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. The Cavaliers leading by 7. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Varejao in at 7. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
2 shots.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. Outside Durant. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. The shot is off. Nice D from Varejao. Now Cleveland shooting the ball at 42%. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
2nd team foul.
There's the double team with Westbrook. LeBron with it. Guarded now by Durant. And it's blocked by Adams. Throws it up high. And he lays in the alley-oop.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Love the pass to LeBron. No one near him. Here's Varejao. Nice D from Durant. Thunder trailing by 6. And Westbrook, here we go. Nice D from Varejao.
An excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Thunder. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He told his guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
And as always, Doris, thank you. Outside Durant. Fires for three. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. And that'll be his third foul so far. In the corner, Irving with it. Love dishes to Irving. Cleveland moving the ball around. The drive by James. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 8 rebounds in this game. And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
Pass to Roberson. Shot clock at 6. Ibaka, no luck.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Love with a wide open look. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And that's now 17 points for Love.
One more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64, I think, may be the last title.
Again, you're right on it. Anthony Morris checked in for Oklahoma City. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And here's James outside.
Well, he's got to settle down here and get back to where he was in the first half.
The wide open look for Durant. They get the rebound. Goes up again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Good on the first, and that turns the lead to 6. Durant hits them both.
Oh my gosh, I just got
Check out the game for Durant. He's got 8 points and 1 assist.
On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Jackson. LeBron against Durant. Well, wide open look for Love. It's good from long range. Love's got a couple of threes here in the 4th quarter for Cleveland. Jackson kicks to Morrow. Lets it go from deep. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Irving. It's offline from half court.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
The drive by James. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. And the Cavaliers will
Yo, remember back on the book?